Namaste and hello everyone. Welcome back to Local Voices, Local Spaces by Guraas. आज हाम्रो International Women's Day the team Guraas would like to wish everyone watching this, all the women, a very happy International Women's Day. अनि आज हामी एकदमै special episode लिएर we have come with a very special guest. She is the author of the book The Women of Sikkim, which was released in the 8th of March 2023. And Professor Yodida Bhutia, आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sure. So, Aju Wasanga, we are going to talk about the work she has done and specifically focusing on the book. So, ma'am, let's start with the ideation process. Our viewers are like, you'd like to introduce your book and the works that you have done briefly.
Okay. Ideation, how it started, the idea, kasari ayo bhandakheri chai, the Women of Sikkim, I had an interest to work on Women of Sikkim right from the time I was working in university. I was working in Nehu Shillong then, but when I joined here in 2017 in the Department of Education, I got a chance to go meet women from a diverse background, women students from diverse background. And what was very interesting was that what I was seeing at the surface and what when I was conversing with them or meeting them, their stories, their challenges were very different. So it really sparked a desire to work on women students of Sikkim that's why I ended up writing the book on the Women of Sikkim.
Okay, and I think there is also another person who has helped you, eh? So Roshna Pradhan hunनुहुन्छ है उहाँ चाहिँ को हुनु
Roshna Pradhan was selected as a research assistant. She was my research assistant hogi ani piche gaera when we published this book I also put her as a co-author. So she is my scholar in the position of a scholar in the department. But she can also be called my co-author. She was also my research assistant.
Okay. So ma'am, title the Women of Sikkim, right? So you have collected the stories in and around Sikkim. And what about the different fields? कसरी तपाईले select गर्नुभयो?
Okay. This book is based on the project, okay? The development of women education and challenges of women students pursuing higher education in Sikkim. यो चाहिँ मैले project लेखेको थिएँ ICSR New Delhi मा and it was approved for the major project. So the intention was to actually look into the problems of women students of higher education. Okay, there are societal problems. When they started revealing themselves their problem, I felt no, it is. I should also document the women achievers, as a trailblazers, as an example, as a torch bearer in the society, how they've gone through. When at this time, societal traditional issues the women achievers must have gone through more than that. We also collected data from the information regarding the first women achievers, 23 different fields. Okay, this field first Padma Shri awardee, first Dronacharya awardee, first engineer, first pioneers in medical field, pioneers in politics, entrepreneurs, tattoo artists, musicians, and so on and so forth. We recognized or identified women from 20 different fields, collected the information. That is one 23 different fields.
23. That's a vast range of it.
Yes. And that is one part of the chapter of the book. The other was what are the difficulties or the challenges the women students of higher education still going through. That this all encapsulates the whole book.
Okay. So ma'am, you talked about the main focus being higher education, right? We'll talk about it later, but why do you think, from your personal perspective, why do you think it is important to bring up such projects or even document it?
Oh, that's very interesting when you say documented. First is why higher education? Because women students higher education, they're matured, they understand the problem and the challenges they are facing. They can express when we talk to them. So we wanted to get the view of the society from them. Or document when we went to meet these women achievers, there were very less percentage informations were documented. थिँदै थिएन हामीले खोज्दाखेरि वुमेनहरूको फर्स्ट इन्जिनियर को हुनुहुन्छ, फर्स्ट डक्टर को हुनुहुन्छ, डकुमेन्ट नै थिएन नाइदर डिपार्टमेन्टमा न कहीँ पनि कहीँ डकुमेन्ट नहुँदाको कारणले वी ह्याड टु सर्च आवरसेल्भ्स एन्ड देन त्यो त्यसमाथि वी ह्याड टु लुक फर द ओरिजिनल अथेन्टिक इन्फर्मेसन हो कि अनि भन्दै यो भन्नु पनि मन पर्यो कि in some cases the women themselves they didn't want to share with us kati janale so my I had to really motivate my research assistant to collect information kinabhane women said na bhandeu na गर this yele ke dekhaउँछ भने women harule they have internalized silence as one of the methods to survive or adjust in the society, which is not good for the women actually, which is not good for gender equality. Maybe the women can survive, but it is not for the equality and equity in the society. So this has been rampant and this has been quite widely used. Women has internalized the silence and they didn't want it to. उहाँले उनीहरुको त्यत्रो ठुलो अचिभमेन्ट पनि शेयर गर्नु कति वुमेनले मानेको पनि थिएन. So we had to ask जबरजस्ती, we had to say we will not use it in a wrong way. Maybe they were not aware of it. So by the time when we finished documenting, है अनि उहाँले शेयर गर्दै चाहिँ majority of them we got a very good response. They appreciated it.
So that is a sad reality, madam. The way you have explained it, कि they are very hesitant about. But why the अहिले भर्खर sentence जुन चलाउनु भयो, they have used silence in order to survive. So how can you explain that? What are you trying to say भनौँ न त्यसमा चाहिँ?
Silence is, I think when you look around also, our daughters, our women in the society, either to go ahead or to adjust themselves in the family or in the society, they decide or they must have realized that it is better to keep quiet. So in the process, you know, either they don't want to share what they have achieved. उहाँले के achieve गर्नु भएको छ त्यो पनि share गर्न चाहनुहुन्न. In a large extent, हाम्रो women students या छोरीहरूले उहाँहरूले उहाँहरूको दुःख उहाँहरूले face गर्दै गरेको challenges पनि share हुँदैन. अनि यो चलिरहेको छ. यो चाहिँ हाम्रो रिसर्चले चाल पायो कि चलिरहेको छ. And I felt very sad also. And that's what I said at the beginning. जब बाहिरबाट हेर्दा त मोडर्न देख्छ नि हो कि कति मोडर्न देख्छ सोसाइटी तर भित्र when you look भित्र हेर्दाखेरि there are a lot of these issues. As we talk, I will also share, you know, these issues amongst among the women of our state.
So ma'am, higher education, when we talk about higher education, I'm sure you have found out some trends or some data which is going to explain that. So, के छ त्यस्तो specific discuss गर्नु girls in higher education?
Girls and women in higher education. We are in the book also. I've said girls and women alternatively we have used because of the majority of the women and women students. We have also used we say women students. Okay. सबभन्दा पहिला चाहिँ हाम्रो छोरीहरू या डॉटर्सहरू या women स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूको enrollment एकदमै बेसी छ. This is one of the very good trend we have seen it in the almost all the colleges of Sikkim. यसले यो पनि बताउँछ कहीं न कहीं एजुकेसनले इम्प्याक्ट ल्याउँदैछ. कहीं न कहीं प्रोग्राम्स गभर्नमेन्ट प्रोग्राम्स एन्ड नन गभर्नमेन्टल प्रोग्राम्सको इम्प्याक्ट हुँदैछ. अनि अझै भित्र हेरेर जाँदाखेरि हामीले जेन्डर ग्याप पायौँ जहाँ चाहिँ वुमेनहरू साइन्स टेक्नोलोजी इन्जिनियरिङ एन्ड म्याथमेटिक्समा कम छ इनरोलमेन्टमा. टिचर पनि कम छ अनि स्टुडेन्ट्सको इनरोलमेन्ट पनि कम छ. अब फर्दर हेरेर जाँदाखेरि अब त्यसपछि हामीले यो वुमेन स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूसँग बात गऱ्यौँ अनि के चाल पाउँछ भने we are very surprised at the societal obligations and the traditional rules that they have to face. So as a result, what we found is that higher education of daughters, na छोरीहरूको higher education चाहिँ त्यति welcoming हुँदैन as compared to छोराहरू. It is met with hesitancy from the parents of the family. अर्को अझै पनि छोरीहरूलाई किचन चाहिँ तिम्रो ठाउँ हो, तिमी पहिला किचनमा एक्सपर्ट हुआ. Then they are encouraged in other things. It's still त्यो सोच रहेछ. अनि and also कति academic या cognitive discussionsहरू हुन्छ higher heavy philosophical discussions मा छोरीहरूलाई womenहरूलाई बेसी इन्भल्भ गर्दैन. अनि के भन्दो रहेछ भने don't worry your pretty little head. तिम्रो सानो दिमागलाई दुःख नदेऊ, यु कान्ट भनेको नि यस्तो खालको सोचहरू पनि रहेछ, एनरोलमेन्ट छ, बट यु नो दिस काइन्ड अफ थिङ्स आर सो मच देयर. एन्ड अल्सो एउटा कुरा हामीले पायौँ इज समाजमा वुमेनहरूको महिलाहरू नै महिलाहरूको बाधा रहेछ. अनि यो जब हामीले यो चाल पायौँ, हामीले यो पनि फर्दर चाल हामीले रिसर्च गरेर फाइन्ड आउट गऱ्यौँ कि यसमा यो वुमेनहरूको उहाँहरूको भुल छैन, उहाँहरू कल्चरली कन्डिसन भएको, उहाँहरूले यो डिस्क्रिमिनेसन इन्टरनलाइज गर्नुभएको छ, ओके. दे थिङ्क इट इज नर्मल टु डु इट, ओके. एन्ड एज अ रिजल्ट वुमेनहरू नै वुमेनको बाधा भएर कति पाथ टु द प्रोग्रेसमा दे हेभ बिन obstacles for women students or one woman against the other women. So this is also very sad finding, and we hope some changes comes in this direction also.
So ma'am, like, is it तपाईले जुन चाहिँ families बाट बाधा आउँछ भने, so is it like rural side मा छ कि, or is like a mixed community, urban families मा same देखिन्छ?
Mostly it is in rural. We have also desire to go, you know, community wise, but we did not look into, we didn't use that as a lens to look at it, but it is there in more in rural families where जस्तो भनाइ घर लिप्ने जातलाई बेसी स्याहार्नु हुँदैन, you know. See, we all have tiles and marble home, but still they are considered घर लिप्ने जात, okay. And this kind of banai it also generally is there also in urban area, but practiced more in rural families.
So ma'am, higher education enrollment छ है, what about that? What kind of trends do you see after girls complete the higher education है? त्यसको बाद पनि अझै hesitancy छ to look for a job, to हुन्छ नि focus on their career, or कस्तो छ त्यो चाहिँ the scenario?
What we see, as we said, they are more in women's enrollments are more in humanities and arts subjects and disciplines, okay. अब त्यहाँदेखि पछि एउटा सोसाइटीमा चाहिँ नि म्यारेजलाई धेरै फोकस गर्ने, म्यारेज इज seen as a crown, okay. Marriage is seen as a crown, and it is considered married women, हाम्रो समाजमा छ कि married women are stronger than unmarried women. So छोरीहरूले पनि यो कुरा हाम्रो समाजमा छ र उनीहरूले सोच्छ कि अब I should get married है, higher education पछि, instead of pursuing their dreams, going for their passions, going for mastery in certain fields, okay. They think that they should get married. So when they get married, we know that obligations the marriage brings. Now again, marriage brings lot of pressures and obligations on the daughter's shoulder. त त्यस्तो हुँदाखेरि हामी कति देख्दैनौँ, and womenले त्यो फ्यामिलीलाई बचाउनु लागि they also sacrifice their passions, their desires. As a result, we don't see women, you know, coming out after the marriage. That's why we also don't see women in a powerful positions in the systems. They prefer, you know, because it becomes difficult for them.
So ma'am, you also talked about such situation where women are also the burdens or enemies भनौँ न, in kind of sense. But all the factors जोदाखेरि, do you think we have someone to blame, or where is the fault in the society actually?
That's what I said. It's cultural conditioning, okay. Certain level को छोरीहरूले यसरी यस्तो ड्रेस गर्नुपर्ने, यसरी बोल्नुपर्ने, यसरी बस्नुपर्ने, यसरी हाँस्नुपर्ने पनि, okay. यो सबै कुरा अनरिटन रुल्सहरू, नर्म्सहरू छ समाजमा. अनि कति वुमेनले त्यसलाई नबुझेको, सेन्सिटिभली नहेरेको खण्डमा उहाँहरूले कसरी के गर्छ, उहाँहरूले पनि they should also, you know, go forward and come forward and you know, propagate this kind of a patriarchal ideas. This is basically a patriarchal idea है. That's a women अलिक थिचेर राख्ने, अलिक ओप्रेस गरेर राख्ने, बोल्नु नदिने.
So त्यो normalize भइसक्यो.
हजुर. They have been, women are also conditioned, and I mean it's like this. हाम्रो रिसर्चमा फाइन्डिङ गरे जस्तो, they are the one who's bringing forward the patriarchal values, okay. Men त छँदै छ नै, and women are also coming forward, which is an obstacle towards the gender equality in the society.
So you also brought out the term patriarchy. when you talk about. So अब layman terms छ भन्नु न, if you have to explain in a very simple way, तपाईले patriarchy र feminism जुन चाहिँ छ women पट्टि, what do you see the relation between those two things?
Patriarchy is basically a system in a society जहाँ चाहिँ men is considered powerful and women are considered weaker and they are oppressed. उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ ओप्रेस गरेर राखिन्छ नि patriarchal सिस्टममा, अनि भ्याल्युज पनि त्यसै कारणले त्यो भ्याल्युजहरू प्र्याक्टिस गरिन्छ है. अनि समाजमा धेरै हामी पनि हाम्रो समाजमा हेर्दाखेरि ओन्ली बेसिक ज्यादा जस्तो फादर र हस्बेन्ड आर कन्सिडर्ड द हेड अफ द फ्यामिली, भले वुमेन पुरा पढेको होस्, द फादर इज कन्सिडर्ड द हस्बेन्ड इज कन्सिडर्ड द हेड अफ द फ्यामिली, तर वुमेन पनि इक्वली एजुकेटेड छ नि वाइ सुड नट बी अल्सो बी द हेड? किन हेड एउटा मात्रै हुने होइन? Women should also be considered the head. Men should also be considered the head. I'm not saying when we say we do not patriarchal values are not good. I'm not saying women are stronger. No, we are different. We are different, but we are equal. We are different biologically. We are different. Okay, but we are equal. That's what feminism says. Feminism has a value which says that men and women or any gender are equal. Neither bigger than other, nor powerful than the other. We are equal. So this यो समाज धेरै बढेर जान्छ if हामी सबै जेन्डरलाई साथ लिएर इक्वली बढेर गयो भने चाहिँ यो समाज धेरै अगाडिसम्म बढ्न सकिन्छ.
So ma'am, यही कन्भर्सेसनमा आई थिङ्क देयर इज अ च्याप्टर है जहाँ तपाईँले लेख्नु भएको छ वाइ गर्ल्स कान बी गर्ल्स भनेर है. सो त्यसलाई चाहिँ त्यो टपिकलाई चाहिँ तपाईँले कसरी यसलाई, बिकज आई फाउन्ड इट भेरी इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुन्छ नि तपाईँले फ्रेम. सो तपाईँले व्युअर्सहरूलाई जो हेर्नुहुँदैछ अब कसरी एक्सप्लेन गर्नुहुन्छ त्यसलाई, एन्ड हाउ डिड आई इभन कम टु इट?
ओके, यो चाहिँ when we were talking to students, women students, उनीहरूले नै सोधेको क्या हामी नहुनु, वाइ गर्ल्स क्यान बी गर्ल्स, वाइ बोइज क्यान बी बोइज, वाइ नट? सो यो किताबबाट चाहिँ वी वान्ट टु भोइस द भोइस अफ द वुमेन स्टुडेन्ट्स हु आर आस्किङ आवर सोसाइटी. हाम्रो समाजलाई सोधेको क्वेसन हो यो चाहिँ, हाम्रो गर्ल्स वुमेन स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूले किन वाइ गर्ल्स क्यान बी गर्ल्स, वाइ द सेम द एल्टिट्युड or latitude is not given to boys and girls, why there is so much of difference in the behavior and the demand between the boys and girls, why there is so much difference in the outlook, the perspectives to look at the boys and the girl, why there is so much demand in the women and the girls students, and why very less in the boys, why it is so easy for the boys. This is the question being asked by our women students, and that's what we have put it there. And this question shows that there is ingrained भित्र समाजमा हाम्रो नानीहरूले फेस गरिरहेको डिस्क्रिमिनेसन. हगि यो छ र त उनीहरूले सोध्यो त हामीलाई चाहिँ किन टाइमिङ घर आउने, हामीलाई चाहिँ किन यो लाउनु नलाउनु भन्ने, वाइ वी आर पुलिस्ड और किन हाम्रो पछि चाहिँ यस मान्छे पढेको, वाइ नट फर द बोइज, यो क्वेरिजहरू. एन्ड देन फाइनली गएर पढ्नु त बराबर पढ्नुपर्ने हो, बराबर अचिभ गर्नुपर्ने हो, गएर पछि बराबर काम गरेर बराबर कमाउनु पर्ने हो, तर किन यति बेसी अब्लिगेसन्स एन्ड डिमान्ड्स एन्ड ल्याटिट्युड्स और नर्म्स केप्ट फर दि वुमेन भनेर हाम्रो छोरीहरूले, हायर एजुकेसनको छोरीहरूले या वुमेन स्टुडेन्टले सोधेको भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट सिग्निफिकेन्ट क्वेसन टु द समाज. अनि हामीले अब रेस्पोन्ड गर्नुपर्ने छ. अनि रेस्पोन्समा हेर्दाखेरि मलाई लाग्छ हाम्रो एजुकेसन अघि यस्तो हुनुपर्छ कि एजुकेसन इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट वेपन अघि टु ब्रिङ अ जेन्डर इक्वालिटी. हामीले यस्तो एजुकेसन प्रोभाइड गर्नु पर्यो, त्यो प्र्याक्टिस एउटा त छ नि किताबमा त, तर त प्र्याक्टिस पो गरिन्छ कि गरिँदैन है. क्लासमा मोनिटर छान्ने बेलामा बोइजलाई पनि त्यही छान्दैछ कि, इक्जाम्पल दिँदाखेरि बोइजलाई मात्रै मेल इक्जाम्पल मेल साइन्टिस्टको मात्रै कुरा गरिँदैछ कि, अनि मार्क्सहरू दिँदाखेरि अलिकति डिफ्रेन्ट पाउँदैछ कि छोरा र छोरीलाई अलिकति भिन्दै दिँदैछ. यो प्र्याक्टिसेसहरूको चेन्जेस ल्याउन जरुरी छ. अलिक तिमी सक्दैनौ पो भन्दैछु कि छोरीहरूलाई, किनभने तिमी छोरी हौ त सक्दैनौ भन्दैछ कि, यो सबै चेन्जेस एजुकेसन सिस्टममा ल्याइन अनि करिकुलममा पनि हाम्रो सिलेबसमा पनि जहाँ चाहिँ जेन्डर इक्वालिटी प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुपर्ने योहरू ल्याएनौँ भने चाहिँ यो क्वेसन धेरै पछिसम्म हाम्रो वुमेन स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूले सोध्छन् हामीलाई अनि हामीले रेस्पोन्ड गर्नु हामीले यसको जवाब दिनु जरुरी पर्छ
द्याट इज म्याम प्लिज तपाईँ कफी चाहिँ यु क्यान ह्याभ अ कफी म्याम त्यही त अब हामी आफै दुईजना वुमेन भएर पनि आई थिङ्क इट रिलेट्स अ लट के हो भने स्पेसली रुरल एरियाजमा मैले पनि देखेको छु सो मेनी फ्यामिली छुट्टै छ अब तपाईँले सल्युसन पनि होइन to think about a better future, you're talking about the changes in the education system, right? That is one way to do it. Just like weapon, it's important. But what are the other ways that can be implemented? Family ma hoski, individually hoski, society, community hoski. What are the other things that should be changing?
Okay, other things is family, as you said, okay? तपाईले भन्नुभयो हाम्रो परिवारमा हामीले यो प्र्याक्टिस गर्नु जरुरी छ अघि किचनमा जाँदा हामीले छोरीलाई मात्रै पठाउँदैछु कि छोरालाई पनि हाउस होल्ड चोर्समा हामी छोराहरू कति इन्भल्भ गर्दैछौँ त अघि पकेट मनी दिँदाखेरि छोरालाई चाहिँ दिने छोरीलाई चाहिँ क्वेसन गर्ने बजेट माग्ने छोरीलाई त झन् छोरीको त पर्सनल निड्सहरूको बेसी हुन्छ त्यो उसलाई कसरी मेट गर्दैछ कि आर दे म्यानेजिङ देमसेल्भ्स द्याट्स वाट वी फाउन्ड यो प्र्याक्टिसेसहरू गर्न हामी आफै एज अ पेरेन्ट्स इन अ सोसाइटी या इन अ फ्यामिली वी सुड बी कन्सियस एन्ड माइन्डफुल अफ दिस हो कि अर्को चाहिँ समाजमा पनि यो डिस्कोर्सेस हुनु जरुरी छ जबसम्म हामीले यो जेन्डर इक्वल जस्तो तपाईँले आज स्टार्ट गर्नु तपाईँले आज बोल्नु हुँदैछ हो कि मलाई बोलाउनु भयो टु टक अबाउट वुमेन एन्ड वुमेन अन वुमेन्स डे यो डिस्कोर्सेस जबसम्म हाम्रो सोसाइटीमा यो हुँदैन हामी यो दिस विल रिमेन इन अ डार्क एन्ड इट विल नेभर बी एड्रेस्ड कहीँ न कहीँ यो हाम्रो डिस्कोर्स हाम्रो किताबहरूबाट हामीले वी क्यान इन्फर्म द गभर्मेन्ट एन्ड द पोलिसी मेकर वाट आर द चेन्जेस टु बी ब्रट okay and at times we can also be involved in change making policy making okay and contribute our ideas to bring as much as possible gender equal society
I want to go a little personal on your own career भनौँ न तपाईले रिप्रेजेन्टेसन को कुरा गर्नु भए एक्जाम्पल दिएको छ कि छैन बुकमा छ कि छैन वुमेनको भन्न सो तपाईले यु हेभ बिकम यु आर इन दिस लेभल इन सिक्किम युनिभर्सिटी है तपाईँ सो तपाईँको पर्सनल चाहिँ के त्यस्तो इन्टरेक्सन्स छ वे यु हेभ फेस लाइक हुन्छ नि वुमेन भनेर अलिकति अलग गर्यो कि यु फेल समथिङ डिफ्रेन्ट भनेर इन अ वर्क प्लेस अर एनी
Typically workplace mata usually everyone's educated and conscious and aware we don't face thorough generally workplace opening the boundaries of the walls of the institution where you know many are educated and when we meet each other it is there you know men are given more importance they are seen as more powerful whereas हामी बोलेन भने त हामीलाई त कोही बेला त रेस्पेक्ट पनि पो नआउला जस्तो गर्छ हो कि वेरेज सर भनेपछि धेरै रेस्पेक्ट उम्लेर आउने हो कि अनि वुमेन म्याडम भनेपछि अलिकति म्याडम रहेछ भनेर यो हेर्ने यो प्र्याक्टिसेस पनि छ सर भनेपछि एकदमै एकदम लट अफ पावर लट अफ रेस्पेक्ट टु बी गिभन भन्ने खालको त्यो अटोमेटिकली आउँछ अनि म्याडम भन्दाखेरि या गुरामा या म्याडम भनेपछि अलिकति इजिली लिने यो पनि छ टिपिकली नट विदिन द इन्स्टिट्युसन बट opening the institution at a larger space we do face we do face
I think this is also connected with the thing you mentioned before केटीहरूले अब नसोच तिम्रो सानो दिमागमा भनेर जुन चाहिँ सोसाइटीमा छ नि सो आई अल्सो वान्ट टु ब्रिङ अप द टपिक वेन इन्टलेक्चुअलको कुरा गरौँ है जस्तो तपाईँले पनि अहिले भन्यो टु बी टेकन सिरियसली माइट बी मेनलाई अलिकति इजी हुन्छ होला सोसाइटीमा सो वाइ डु थिङ्क त्यो पनि छ फेरि एउटा त कल्चरमा छँदैछ तपाईँले भनेको है सो वुड यु वान्ट टु इलाबोरेट मोर अन द्याट वेन कम्स टु इन्टलेक्चुअल साइन्स
Don't worry, a pretty little head is what being said.
It's also mentioned in the book.
Yes, yes, there's one of this chapter.
Oh, it's
very surprising. You know, women students or women in general are not taken seriously. One to tapale bhannu culture mai cha hamro culture ma alikti हामीलाई इजिली लिन्छ वुमेनहरुलाई हो कि अर्को चाहिँ हामी आफै पनि to a large extent हामी आफै पनि participate गर्दैनौँ है. If there is any philosophical discussions, है, if there is any talk about the life, is there any talk about the special important issues of society, हामी आफै पनि we don't participate. अर्को चाहिँ यो पनि छ कि participate गर्दा not taken seriously. I've also seen when we talk, when we are in a certain discussions and all, where women or men who is listening the other side, they give more importance to the viewpoint forwarded by the men than the women. So के हुन्छ भने the women, to a large extent women get discouraged. एउटा अर्को चाहिँ they themselves do not come forward to participate in the discussions of philosophy, ideologies, politics, concerns of the society, intellectual discussions, right? अर्को चाहिँ they have also social obligations. अब mature women को कुराहरू गरौँ भन्दाखेरि they don't get a time to participate. They have so many obligations to participate or face. अनि त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि intellectual discussionsहरूमा women हामी साह्रै पाइँदैनौँ. त्यसै पनि they are not encouraged. त्यही माथि हामी if we keep ourselves at the back foot, I don't think so we will be encouraged to participate also more and more.
Yeah, I think त्यो पनि एउटा इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हो फर द भ्युज भनौँ न. कसै सिचुएसनमा चाहिँ women आफै हेजिटेन्ट भएर एन्ड नट टु बी टेकन सिरियसली त छँदैछ, त्यसको माथि आफै हेजिटेन्ट भयो भने चाहिँ त्यसमा पनि ल्याक हुनसक्छ. तपाईँ अर्को बुकको कुरा गर्दा म्याम इट्स अलरेडी आउट है, अन्त पोर्ट्रेट्स अफ इन्सपिरेसन पनि तपाईँहरूले इभेन्ट गर्नुभएको थियो है रासम. सो पर्सनली एज द अथर वाट आर यर एक्सपेक्टेसन्स भनौँ न, अरू तपाईँलाई के इम्प्याक्ट चाहिँ होस् मेरो कामले है यो बुकले चाहिँ, वाट आर यर एक्सपेक्टेसन्स फ्रम द बुक or the
impact or the message that I want to hope that our book takes is, one is the story of resilience. Okay, उहाँहरू जो अचिभर्सहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो दुःख गरेर आफ्नो ड्रिम र प्यासनमा उहाँहरूले अचिभ गर्नुभयो. उहाँले हार खानु भएन, पछि बस्नु भएन. दे अचिभड इन डिफ्रेन्ट फिल्ड, राइट फ्रम पद्मश्री टु स्पोर्ट्स टु एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप टु डक्टर्स इन्जिनियर्स to across the field, okay? And this is the story of perseverance for both men and women students, or both men and women. The story of perseverance, okay? Message we hope that it goes. Arko चाहिँ छोरीहरुलाई seeing there's a lot of possibilities, don't put yourself at the back foot or put yourself at the back. See a lot of recognize the passion and go for it. Nobody will stop you if you have a passion for anything or desire to achieve. छोरीहरुलाई यो किताबले एउटा अझै आशा दिने एन्करेज गर्छ होला भन्ने हाम्रो इच्छा छ, ओके. एन्ड अल्सो इन लार्जर सोसाइटी वी होप द्याट the conversation and the discourse of gender equality starts in the family. यस्तो रहेछ है, यस्तो रहेछ भन्ने, and we hope that it starts in our families, in the society, so that some practices starts happening in our society also.
You also तपाईले जुन family को हुँदैछ, and I also know you have a family of your own, right? So individual चाहिँ how are you raising your हुन्छ नि next generation, तपाईले त्यो रियालिटीमा त्यो हुन्छ नि प्र्याक्टिस कसरी गर्नुहुन्छ? Okay. Or you are very conscious about हुन्छ नि parenting your kid भनौँ न.
I am quite mindful of parenting my son. Interestingly, I have a son. And since you are asking question, I'm a feminist also. Okay. So we do practice a lot of sharing of work or household chores at home. I am less in kitchen. Okay. I am less in kitchen. So there was a time when he was still small, my son was still small, when I used to enter kitchen and cook. I used to enter and cook sometimes. My son used to clap and jump to my mama is in kitchen. I did it not because I wanted to go against anything, but I wanted to give him a view that both father and mother can cook in the kitchen. We also have somebody to help. So I wanted to give him that idea, and I also I take decisions with him, and I always give a reason for that. So that he knows that mama can take a decision and mama has a reason for that. Not only father can take. And I also tell him when he plays with others, and how you need to see beyond the gender. I try doing that because society is gendered. Colors, for example, when he was small, he used to wear all the colors of the clothes. Now he started asking only for blue. But I tell him, you must wear all the colors, baby. So I try doing that. But media, society is so gendered, you know, the choices of the culture is so much. He started asking, he doesn't want pink colors, but I try, because he's still small, he's 10 years old, so I try putting that also there. And also with in my family, I do also practice with my husband and all. They know that what I want, that's for the betterment of the family. That this is the message of the International Women's Day also. Invest in women and and progress bring the change. Investing on women or practices of gender equality progresses the whole family ahead. So it's very important that we must, I do also practice at home in my teaching and learning also. All my students knows that I do practice that also.
Okay, so I also wanted to know about your future. You have already done so much work, but is there any exciting project coming up, or would you want to share anything with us?
It's very exciting that we want to bring forth a series of thematic books based on women's work in different fields. For example, first of all, I cannot be a full-time writer because I work in the university. So I work with my scholar. So one of my scholars is working on women students outside the state and inside the state, working more deeper into that. She's looking to their life and challenges. One of my scholars is working on the relationship between environment and women, the deep connection that we have. And we are looking it through the lens of ecofeminism. And one more scholar is working on Limbu, Subba women in STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics. And as the work finishes, because these are all scientifically evidence-based work, we would like to bring out as a book, also publish it as a book. And we are very excited. My scholars and me, we are very excited about our work that we are bringing forth.
So as we want to end up and wrap it up, there are key themes. Do you want to mention more key themes from the book? But do you want to mention any key themes which is important?
All right. I would like to, on the day of the International Women's Day, I would like to quote the theme, invest in women and accelerate the progress. This is the theme of International Women's Day. So, first of all, I want to tell all men and women, investing in women is not it's not only a moral duty. It helps. It brings on the overall development of the society. So we must come together. And to the women audiences, I want to say that invest in yourself. Invest in the education. तपाईहरुले आफ्नो एजुकेसनमा इन्भेस्ट गर्नुहोस्, अझै कोर्सेसहरुमा इन्भल्भ हुनुहोस्, सिक्नुहोस्, अघि डिफरेन्ट कोर्सेस जस्तो मिडिया, पोडकास्ट, बुक्सबाट सिक्नुहोस्. अनि invest on your health. You have to be strong. If you are strong, your family will be strong. Do not give the responsibility of your health to someone else. Take care of your health. Invest on your finances. Then you take care of your family and society. This is very, very important message I want to give to the women audiences. To men, I want to say that please come forward to invest in the women for gender equality, because your role is very important to break the barriers which are towards the gender equality, cultural barriers, traditional barriers. There are a lot of barriers which is there in the society. And then finally, for the whole society, we must realize garौँ कि women मा invest गर्यो भने changes आउँछ society मा, समाजमा, अनि यो changes पनि fast changes हुन्छ. That is why I think it is very interesting theme of the International Women's Day is invest in women and accelerate the progress.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was great, especially for other gender. The message. Thank you so much, ma'am. I had a very good time talking with you, and I hope you also had a good time.
Yes, I had. Thank you so much. I want to thank a young woman like this to talk with you. It's very exciting.
This is a way to start. So we have long-term goals, and I'm sure तपाईलाई पनि छ. So I think this is a great way to start.
I also want to say, invest on your passion. Go for it.
Oh, right. You missed out on that.
Yeah, invest on your passion. You like young women, like you invest on your passion, your desire. Go for it. Nothing can stop, I think, women if you do like this.
No, individuals like you have been kind of role models, especially in our society. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We'd also like to thank our local space for today, Mamila's Kitchen, to JJ Development Area Macha. Thank you so much for your cooperation. And the stories and the episodes ka lagi, stay tuned to your YouTube channel. I will bring up more to it. Thank you so much.